Thor! Huh! Yeah! What is he good for? Hitting things with hammer. Say it again! Ah, Thor! Huh! Good God! Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd with a review for you, Black Nerd Reviews. And I'm reviewing Thor the Dark World. I'll make sure I'm saying Thor the Dark World, because sometimes I accidentally say Thor the Lost World, which makes me think that Thor is gonna fight a giant T-Rex and some raptors. Clever God. And this is a non-spoiler review. I will have a separate video for spoilers, but this one you can watch if you have not seen the movie at all, and I promise you I won't spoil nothing or die trying. I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad, I'm gonna tell you the nerdy. Synopsis of the movie: we gotta make another Avengers, so we gotta make movies of all the other Marvel superheroes in the meantime, so Thor's one of them. Let's give him a movie. Best synopsis ever. First, the good. I love Thor. Like, I think he is a great hero. There's so many superhero movies now where the heroes are just like, oh man, I have these superpowers. It makes me amazing and awesome and better than everyone else, but I still feel so bummed I suck. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, stop sounding like an emo teenager all the time. Thor is always ready to grab his hammer, beat everybody up. Thor is a true hero, which is why sometimes it's hard to look at Chris Hemsworth on screen, because I like women, but I'm just saying sometimes he walks around, there's even a couple scenes where he walks around with no shirt on, and I even had to question myself a little bit. I know I like ladies, but that's pretty nice, Thor. Thumbs up for sexual confusion. Don't look him in the eyes, that's all I'm saying, or the chest. Thirsty. Thor stay. And of course you can't have Thor without Loki. Tom Hiddleston, he's amazing. Dude, that dude, where's my Loki movie? Can we get a Loki movie? Can that happen? He is probably the Joker right now of the Marvel universe. Like, he is the quintessential villain or anti-hero. You think he's good, but then he always has a trick on the side. He just does a great job of that. Kudos to Loki. You get to see a lot of different worlds in this movie, and they're all just so beautiful, or just so epic and detailed. Asgard is just looks amazing. And I also love the place where Idris Elba hangs out, and they have that rainbow road. Every time I see that, I keep thinking of Mario Kart. I'm just thinking of, like, is Idris Elba gonna allow Mario and Toad to drive by? I almost bested Thor, then Toad hit me with a blue shell. Not only is this movie fun and action-packed, it's short. You are in and out in less than 2 hours. Thank you for understanding that a superhero film does not have to be 3 hours. Dark Knight Rises. Now for the bad. Well, half of this movie is Thor the Dark World. The other half is Star Wars. And I'm not kidding. There is a certain sequence in this movie, and I just go, what? Did we accidentally walk into episode 7 early? Because I'm watching Star Wars right now. Not only that, but there's a scene where a ship shows up. It was almost exactly like a scene from Star Trek Into Darkness. Like, all the way down to the detail of how the ship got there, what it did when it got there. I was like, I saw this already back in May. I saw this. It had Zachary Quinto with pointy ears. Seen this already. So if you like Star Wars, if you like Star Trek, if you like other movies that you've seen, then you'll like Thor the Dark World, because it's pretty much elements from every movie you've ever seen like this. Not to say that that's bad. It was still enjoyable. It's just, don't look for anything new or special in this movie. This is a sequel in its finest form. Some of the jokes were funny, some of the jokes we could have done without. There was this part where Natalie Portman meets, like, the woman warrior that fights with Thor, and they had kind of been dropping these hints that, hey, Thor, maybe you should stop thinking about Jane Foster and hook up with this chick that, like, fights beside you all the time. But then when it gets to the point where those women actually meet, they don't really follow through. You kind of get a feeling like a cat fight's gonna happen, and it never actually does. What's the point of setting that up if you don't follow through? I want some girl-on-girl fights in my Marvel movies, or just in any movies in general. There's actually some movies you can buy specifically just for women fighting each other. So I've heard on the internet. With my credit card. Enough of the nerdy. At this point, you should know in a Marvel movie to stay after the credits. There's still people that get up when the credits start rolling. It's like, come on guys, haven't you learned by now? There's actually 2 after credit scenes in this one, which come on now, we're getting a little silly with these after credit scenes. Like, when's the point where we're just gonna have, like, all right, we're gonna have a credit scene, and then we're gonna show the cast name, and another credit scene, and then we're gonna show who made the sets, and another credit scene, and then we're gonna show some more stuff, and then someone will return. It's like, okay, we got it. Put some after credit scenes before the credits and call it a movie. You may see a cameo from a guy that always does cameos in these movies. Excelsior. And there's also a kind of cameo from someone else. I won't say who it is, but I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. Hey, just a reminder, I'm in the Marvel universe too, and you may see me later on in movies, so I'm just, in case you forgot, I just want to let you know I'm still around, and I may be coming soon to a theater near you. That doesn't just give it away. Thor 2 I enjoy. I don't know if I like it better or worse than Thor 1. I think they're kind of on the same level. I mean, this is a movie that is definitely a sequel. That does not mean it's a bad movie. You know, sequels can be good. If you're doing the same elements that I've seen before in movies, but it's still enjoyable, I'm totally fine with that. It's when people pad sequels or they try to make them bigger than what they actually are. That's when I get upset. But this one is like, look, it's Thor. He's fighting stuff. We're going through worlds. Natalie Portman's in it. She's hot. And in less than 2 hours, you can leave and go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Try to reference it with not as interesting characters and no superheroes. Tuesdays at 8, 7 Central. So that's my review of Star Thor's Into Darkness world. Now I want to hear from you. If you saw Thor the Dark World, let me know what you think of it. No spoilers. But if you want some spoilers, go check out my other review. It's only about the spoiler parts of the movie, so you can see what I think about that. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Outie 5000. Chain chomp, yomp. Be a king. And he's like, nah, I got this lady back on Earth, man. I can't be sitting up in this throne. I got things to do. Meanwhile, Loki's all like, please, give me the throne. Please. I want it. I don't have a woman. Give me the throne. See?
It's an Oscar performance here.
Thank you. Thursday. Thor's Day.